That's ours. In the midst of the 7 candlesticks,
one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with
I think this is Jesus.
clothed with a garment down to the foot.
This is John, John the Revelator on the mount, on the island of Patmos, where they exiled him for preaching the word, doing the same thing we doing. So he's sitting in the cave, and he sees one with the manure behind him. So he see a figure in front. He said, I think that's Yahushua, clothed with a garment down to the foot. He had a long garment.
And girt about the paps.
He had like a wrestler belt. And that was used back then because, you know, they didn't have guns, they had swords. So that kept him from getting stabbed. And that's what Yahushua, better known as Jesus Christ, wore around his waist, with a long garment and like a wrestling belt made of pure gold.
And a girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
That was the wrestling belt.
His head and his hairs.
That means the head on his head, and he had a big beard.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Okay. His head and his beard was white and woolly. Do this look more like him, or does this look like him? He said he had white woolly hair. So it shows the texture and the color. The texture. The color, like my gray. So woolly, like a sheep. It's like Lassie. This look like, what animal got a stringy hair? Alpaca. They're like alpaca hair. Like dog hair. Like Lassie. Go on.
As white as snow.
So that's strike 1, right? So his hair is white as snow. Yeah, white as snow. It's like bleach blonde or dirty blonde.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
His eyes was like a flame of fire. Because Christ, what was his first miracle? Was to drink. He changed water into wine. That was God's first miracle. Now you finally come up here. How you doing?
Sis, you didn't want to move your car? No. She hurt. Oh, okay.
She, you felt so bad.
I like you babies come through here kind of crazy.
So Christ, he drank wine. That was his first miracle, was to change water into wine, right? So that's why his eyes was red. He did that at a wedding. All right, baby.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
His eyes was like a flame of fire.
And verse 15.
This is where we get to the point.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
Okay. Now you ever heard of Jesus sandals before, right? Oh, and then he got Jesus sandals. That's where your toes, you can see the 2 straps. That's what he had. So that means he had the long garment. He had the long garment down to the foot. So that means his garment came down to about right here, and then he had on his Jesus sandals. Bring it out.
And as if they were burnt in a furnace.
So he's, no, jump up one verse. So,
verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Jump a couple words where it says his feet like bronze. Oh, okay.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
His feet like unto fine brass. If you know what a penny is, the feet, same color as we are. We are the color of fine brass. This is brass color right here. So it said fine, that means like it's oiled up and shiny. Okay?
As if they were burned in a furnace.
So look, he was so dark, and it said, look at that. And like he was burnt in a furnace. Like he was burnt in a furnace.
Right.
That's how dark he was. So now we got the white woolly hair. Strike 1. Like bronze, like he had red eyes. His eyes is blue. Strike 2. And his skin was so dark that somebody threw him in the oven and it looked like he was burnt. Strike 3. What's that in baseball? So what, sis? Now, we know that this is garbage.
That's right.
Our God, the Son of God looks like that because that's who Jesus is. The Son of God, not God. There you go. Hey, sis, you have any questions before you leave? Now, if you have any more questions or later on, we down here every Saturday. So if you got any questions, just come on back. We usually get here about 3:15, and we here until we shut it down. And what's your name? Shantae. I'm Tazamar, and we are W.O.N. That means what one nation. You'll find that in 2 Samuel 7 and verse 23. That's why we named our Most High had us name our camp that. What one nation is like us? And with that I say, Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Pete. Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Shalom.
Thank you, sir. You're welcome, sister. Back got to hurt. Kind of sick.
Yeah, that's just no pass, man.
Dude had problems.
What did that guy come
We
up
done?
and say?
No. Oh, cool.